now Diary of a Bass Player. My name's Deborah and this is the video journal of my career transition. And that was the introduction to, let's turn ourselves down there. That was the introduction to Say You Love Me, by Simply Red, one of their later ones, but one that's in the Truly Red set. And as you know, that gig is upcoming. So that's next Friday. And tonight, Mark and I will be standing outside Leigh-on-Sea Station, flyering away, enticing people to come and see that show. I'm really having a great week this week, a really great week. Now, you've heard me talk a couple of times about being a bit sort of nervous about the accounts and unsure of how to proceed. And also my husband is an accountant, so I thought, well, shall I do it with him? But actually, I went to see an accountant this week independently. And it was just, I wish I'd done it sooner. I wish I'd done it sooner, because sharing my plans and my spreadsheets and my forecasts and my thoughts with somebody else was hugely encouraging. Instead of saying, this isn't going to fly, he was like, no, you've got much more information than most people come into me with. You've really done your homework here. I suppose I was not amazed, because I do know what I'm doing. I've managed big budgets across Europe for very large brands like Disney or Lego and Mattel and things like that. So I do know about a P&L, and I have thought about what are all the costs, how much does it cost me to put on each show, how much profit do I need to make, how am I going to repay my original investment in the company, all of those things. But it was lovely having an independent person saying, this looks like a solid business model, not the highway to hell. So I came out of that absolutely elated. And then I spent the afternoon sort of ringing around a few luxury wedding providers. And rather than saying, oh no, not interested in that, they were delighted to hear from me. They found my product really original and interesting, and exactly what they, right at the top end of weddings, what they do. So that was wonderful. Really, really morale boosting, which I think I needed. I needed that. So now we have Martin on the team. So I'm just sort of making a list of my support network as in terms of managing Glitterball. I have like a wonderful team around me with regards to the musicians and the design and creative element with Martha, and the support and love of my husband and my family. But I needed a team around me from a management point of view. And I've now added Martin, the accountant, to that. And Steve, who's my friend, who's a management consultant, is really helpful. And also my therapist is in that group, not for business advice, but just to sort of keep me sane, help me process where I'm at. And yeah, so I feel like I've got a really good team around me, and I'm making proper inroads. I'm moving on with making the promo reel for Divine Funk. So we've got the footage, and we were at a bit of a sort of, I kept getting stuck in between the videographer saying, well, I don't know, I can't work out what video I'm going to use, what clips I'm going to use until you send me the audio. And then I'd go over to the audio guy and he'd say, well, I can't work out which bits to finesse and polish until I know what video clips you're going to use. And I just kept going round in circles between these two people. And I had assumed that both of them would deliver me a finished product, so that the audio would just come, here's your song, here's your video, put them together. But that's not how it's working out. And it's taking a long time. So this one still isn't done, even though the Truly Red promo we started in January and was finished by March, April time. The Divine Funk one was started in September and is, it's going to be nearly a year in production. I mean, there has been the birth of a baby in that time. So of our videographer. So that's a wonderful thing, and has gone really well. So that's all good. And I need to get it done now. So what I've done, I've just spent this afternoon choosing, I have made a decision. What do I think are the most compelling parts of the songs? So whether it's not always the chorus, because sometimes I want to show off our horn section. So I chose the bridge in The Hustle, the bit that goes, oh, can I sing it? Da 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 ba 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 ba. The trumpet and the trombone bits, because that really showcases the cream horns. And then with Never Give Up, I've chosen a verse, the second verse, where he's talking about, you're the man, you've got to understand, it isn't easy, all the pressure's on you. And it's the way Mark sings it is so soulful that it really draws you in. So I thought I'm going to do a little bit of that. Then I wanted to showcase Kaylee's vocals, so I used a chorus of pearls. So what I've done is I've chosen the clips now, and I've said to Joe, this is what we're going to polish from an audio point of view. And I've said to Isla, this is what I want you to fit the film by. And then we will sew all of these 15-second clips together, and that will be our promo. So different process, working with different providers, to how it went with Truly Red, and just different work styles. So getting used to that has been really, it's taken me a long while to get my head around, but I've made an executive decision now and we're moving forward again. That's great. I've also, as the Duchess, so when I went to see the accountant, we sort of looked at the bands as one income stream. I've also been asked as the Duchess of Westcliff to open Southend Business Fair. Now, I don't know if that's going to come off. We'll have to see. But I've been approached to cut the ribbon, and I can't wait. I think that's going to be enormous fun, and to pose for pictures with other Southend businesses, ask questions, compare the day, that kind of thing. So that could be really, really fun if that comes off. Right. Oh, yes. And one last but quite important thing. A really stylish second venue has asked to come on board, and I cannot wait to reveal that. I won't be sort of talking about that properly until all the contracts are signed and organised, but somewhere really special that could be a very good fit has approached us to come and play at their venue. So I'm really looking forward to that. So it's a big Truly Red weekend. I am promoting Truly Red this evening at the station. I'm trying to get backing vocals done over the weekend, and Sunday is a long rehearsal of the first set with everybody, just to make sure that for Friday of next week we are on top form. So you have yourself a very good weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday when we will be gearing up for the Truly Red gig at the Fickle Pickle on the 10th of July. Bye-bye.